सेंट जॉन्स विच बीते दिनी फेडरल्स NDP लीडरशिप की दौड़ के उम्मीदवारों की डिबेट हुई जिथे उन्होंने वालों इस बारे चर्चा की गई कि जेकर वो फेडरल NDP आगू नियुक्त होंगे ने तो उन्होंने पहली प्रायोरिटी की रहेगी। जिक्रयोग है कि इस समय टॉम मलकेयर की थां लैण लई BC MP पीटर जूलियन, ओंटारियो MP चार्ली अंगस, ओंटारियो MPP जगमीत सिंह, मैनीटोबा MP निकी एश्टन और क्यूबेक MP कैरन मैदान विच ने।
Prime Minister, my first legislation would actually to implement electoral reform, mixed member proportional. I announced it this week, and I think we need to send that strong signal that, unlike the Liberals who have reneged on that promise, that we will do it, and that will be our priority.
Thank you. Now we'll have Jagmeet Singh, please.
I think we need to address inequality. So my first piece of legislation would be the income security and taxation fairness to make sure that we redistribute wealth in a more just way.
Thank you. And then we'll have Niki Ashton, please.
So if I were to be Prime Minister, I would be putting forward a vision on economic justice, which is comprehensive. It would include tax reform, increasing the corporate tax rate, saying no to bad trade deals that are selling us out, and free tuition.
Thank you. Peter Julian.
Electoral reform, but also ensuring climate justice and transitioning to clean energy, and a housing first bill that actually gives the right to housing to every single Canadian. Nobody should be sleeping outside in our country.
Thank you. Charlie Angus.
Well, first piece of legislation, two things. I'll sell off 24 Sussex as a group home. I think that'll help the property values. But number one, we're going to make sure that no more Indigenous children die because government refuses to spend the money. We will make us compliant with the human rights law.
इस डिबेट विच NDP लीडरशिप कैंडिडेट वालों एटलांटिक रीजन विच मौजूदा सीटां ते जित हासिल करने लिए अपनी योजना संबंधी जानकारी साझी की गई। जिक्रयोग है कि साल 2015 चोणां विच इस रीजन दीयां सब सीटां लिबरल्स दे कोल ही गईयां सन।
First and foremost, we need to acknowledge that we have won here before and we can win again. We have deep roots here. As you can see, we have a packed room of New Democrats. And might I also mention many young New Democrats, which shows the vibrancy of our party here. So we have a lot to be hopeful for. I mean, we were dealt a crushing blow, though, and so we need to acknowledge that. So some of the things that I believe in. I'm a growth candidate. I believe in growing the party, and I will do that by signing up new members across this country. We also need to fundraise. To win an election, you need to be well-funded, and so I will work hard and diligently on making sure we're well-funded. But we also need to have a vision that provides people with a sense of what a new democratic government would look like. And that's why we've been releasing policy plans like the Better Work Agenda, talking about how we can ensure better work in this country with minimum wage standards, with labor standards, with banning of unpaid internships, and also a support system like the income security, the income guarantee that I talked about.
Thank you. We'll move now to Niki Ashton, please.
Well, I can say that definitely as a member of the federal caucus for almost 10 years, I and I know many of us missed greatly the work of so many incredible MPs from Newfoundland, from Nova Scotia, who fought for their constituencies and who fought for people across the Atlantic. We need them back. We need to elect new Democrats in this part of the country. And the way we're going to do it is by putting forward a principled, bold vision that reflects the issues, the challenges that people here in the Atlantic face, challenges like good inequality, challenges like the need for good jobs, challenges like climate change. We also need to organize, and I just came from Nova Scotia where we saw a great win from Gary Brill and the Nova Scotia NDP team, and I want to give them a shout out. There's incredible energy there. There's incredible energy here and in New Brunswick, and I know in PEI. We need to work with activists, with social movements, with labor to rebuild here in the Atlantic, and ultimately in 2019 to elect NDP MPs that will fight for you.